XQC connects the charge. It's 2 quick kills here from YIKES, and they have thrown CLG back.
It's a very easy flowchart with XQC. Is someone in front of me within a reasonable distance? Do I have charge available? Then I'm slamming that charge. He charges so quickly all the time. His aggression, it's constant, and teams need to learn how to play around it a little bit, but some do great. Well, actually, that's an early pop of Bullhog from space.
Meanwhile, you look at Miso, has the Graviton at the right for the defense if it's required. With Gingermop going down, it might not be, but it's 5 versus 5 now. And XQC connects the Earth Shatter out of nowhere, knocking down 3 members of the CLG team. And XQC certainly rolling, probably doing the other as well, as YIKES easily gets through the second.
It's this eat all 6 out here. They only have 1 shot. A lot of it's on Miso.
Miso drops in the Graviton. CLG looking for any force stabilization. No, Mikado can't even pulse or drop the beat. He gets blown up by Dante and the pulse bomb in the back. That is a terrible beat here for CLG. No sound barrier means they're going to get wiped out in the back, and YIKES finishes off with authority. Oh no, Dante. Now, you see the offense of CLG setting up here once more. YIKES again, letting CLG move into them, but then counter-punching hard when it's time. The hook misses from Hydration, and Space as well, but Space gonna crack things open with the whole hug here as Dante explodes in the back for yet another pulse bomb.
This has been a revelation. Dante, mostly when I've seen him before, has played such a good diva. They are going to pop this very late nano visor. It starts with Dahoon. They will get grabbed, but now there's no one to really clean up this grab mess. 5-6 now rotating onto the point. They have flipped it back in their favor.
They've certainly flipped it back, and YIKES is simply running out of personnel to stall this out or buy time. XQC going to be one of the final ones to fall here on the point. Dante still in and around, but there's only so much you can do in a 1v5 situation as Tracer, particularly when Pulse Bomb is not up.
My ultimate is charging.
Well, Miso at certain points has been a little bit of an alley here. Pulse Bomb misses again from Dante.
Pulse Bomb misses, Sound Barrier's in, and CLG seizing the opportunity here. They get the early pick on the Dante, and now they're looking for more. XQC, nano boosted, not much comes of it. The Graviton is in and pulls into Hydration right there at the special delivery, and CLG, they have to cash in a lot of their power here, Hex, but they will get this through to the second point.
It's a pretty cool Graviton, actually. He was able to get himself off to the side and kind of curve it around one of the shields there and then pull people back away from position so they could deal with everything that was in their near.
Pulse Bomb at the ready, and there's a big clump of YIKES members there. 3 blinks are up, and Hydration playing it safe. Standing back as XQC demolishes Shiny in the back. Gives his life for it. Both Reinhardt's down. But YIKES buying crucial time right now. And yet, Waffle, good positioning. Late Graviton in, and there's the Pulse Bomb. Big Bang combo in play, and it blows up Za immediately.
They just threw away Pulse Bomb, and then they had Graviton right after it. Some sequencing issues for the defense right now that could have been so much better. Dante trying to do it now without a Pulse Bomb. They have not been on point as they had most of the day so far. He ends up going down in the back line, but the longer this goes on, the better it is for the defense. Another huge shatter.
XQC pounding the ground, knocking down 3, but the sound barrier leaving them alive for now. Still, YIKES fighting. They would rather finish this off here as XQC explores the lava down below. CLG not giving up here just yet, still swarming around the point. Mikado picking up 2, sending Za to his death into the pit as well. And Hydration, still a threat in the back. Nano boosted Tracer. Perhaps will be CLG's ticket in, but Dante does more in the back. The Pulse Bomb connects, and CLG barely hanging on by a thread.
Ginger Pop's had about 3 nano boosts in the last 2 minutes here, and he's just giving them away willy-nilly. That in the world he needs. He's just hanging out with the supports, which is good because it means he's going to be supported, and also he's going to be able to stop some of the dive. But a huge rocket comes in, and now the dive is in full on.
And this time, Hydration goes down first. YIKES looking far better here on this dive. They're going to demech Miso. Dante, special delivery, does not quite connect. But either way, it is a successful intrusion into the cafe as Dante and Za just clean up towards the very end.
McCree's good against flankers on the dive, but he's not good necessarily against Winston on the dive. He was able to flashbang XQC, and this is not close. And I think it's very difficult to run against this composition with Winston and D.Va in it. You're just not going to have it. Dante finds Shake again in the back line, so they're down their Zenyatta. Not a great way to start your defense.
No, it's not. And Waffle just getting booped and bopped around by XQC. Not a winning fight at all. And finally, mercifully, the last swipe comes in. this has been a bit messy and somewhat of a disaster here for CLG, where they haven't been able to get really stabilized at all over the last minute and a half, and YIKES just... Oh, he's certainly got Primal here. He's going to activate it early, and this is for the disruption, to throw the defense back and create as much room as possible for the rest of the offense to come in here and get kills, and that's exactly what happens. Dante, Space, and Za all going off into the back. Final hook comes on Lucio, not even required, and that is a completion by YIKES with 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Here, those, look at Dante, in over the top. We've seen him be consistent in getting early pulse bombs. He's a little bit late to the party this time. The sound barrier comes out and Waffle-tastic domes him, taking him out immediately. That is why you play McCree, and this time Waffle-tastic converts and then some. The res is coming in. It resets the fight, but here's a Deadeye, and it's not going to be enough, as Pizza says. It might be high noon, but I'm just a little bit higher.
I mean, the Deadeye would have been great if they had done it maybe in the Transcendence. A huge Earth Shatter from Shiny, though, will knock down 3, and the cleanup is in, so they needed a clutch play out of someone. It happened to be Shiny right there. And in the last, penultimate fight, if you will, they are able to capture first point.
The problem here for CLG, of course, is that they are way behind on time here. Only 3 minutes to get through second, and just...
XQC is in this odd flank position. I think he's waiting for the rest of his team, then he's going to leap in. Nope, just going to go solo it. He's going to start getting the cleave damage and stall onto the point. There will be another fight on defense.
CLG coming forward when time is not on their side. They just need a little bit more here. Ginger Pump, though, back in this fight. He has the res. Yeah, the resurrection comes in, and CLG gonna have to blow the Transcendence, and they do. Last moment effort here from Shake as Pizza D-Mex hydration and finishes him off. Still, the Graviton in from the offense, and Waffle is there at the fall through. Not sure they need the Earth Shatter, but sometimes you gotta be sure.
I think he's just working some stuff out right there with that Earth Shatter. He's just a little bit frustrated, just trying to exercise some demons as Shiny puts the hammer on the ground. No matter what, they're going to have a worse time here, as only a minute left to finish out the map. Of course, 2 minutes in the bank for YIKES' side of things, and YIKES is going to go through some big changes right now. They're going to go more grounded pound and add in tanks.
I think the real danger is that CLG needs to finish with at least a second left on the clock if they want another attack, and that is almost mission impossible here. Sound Barrier comes in from the offense. They must win this fight if they want to finish with any time left remaining, and they take down XQC. It's a good isolation early on. Dante, still a threat, but getting zoned out. 2-1 in favor of CLG. They have 42 seconds to bring this into the end.
Well, the good thing is they're going to get this mostly through the hallway, because the defensive team does not necessarily want to fight in this hallway, especially down a man. So they're going to get this push right on the cusp of finishing out. I want to see where Waffle goes. Does he try to do some sort of flank? I mean, it's very hard to get value out of that Deadeye. A beautiful Pulse Bomb will eliminate Shiny from the fight right away. Now the pressure's on.
Like a falcon from the heavens, Dante descends and reaps death on top of CLG. 15 seconds remaining, and this is effectively as close to a win already as you get from YIKES, because even if they are able to punch this in overtime, Hex, they're not going to get another attack because of the time that YIKES previously set. Either way, CLG going to try and stay alive. Final push on the way. The Deadeye is in, and Waffle just assassinated from behind. Dante is there. 2 kills to 1 in favor of YIKES, and they are piling on here. This final push going to fall apart, and YIKES takes Hollywood and puts themselves up 2-0 here in the upper bracket final.
I think Flanker, the anti-air, has yet to prove itself worth the investment that they're putting into it, and right now getting bullied back into the room. This is one way to be able to deal with a pharmacy combo. We've seen LGE enact this strat before. So far, Blezza's hydration out of suit, back in spawn.
It's just a really nice engagement coming in from YIKES. The tanks set up things well, they push back CLG, and they have dominance in the air from Pizza here, where every angle is getting pressured, and CLG quickly running out of room to work with. They are going to come back out onto the point, but every advantage possible going in favor of YIKES, and you take a look at the poke here, it's very much in their favor, and finally things break. Dante and Pizza get the kills they're looking for, and this is looking to be a very fast early attack coming out here from the side of YIKES.
Yeah, Hydration gets back into the fight and then gets demaxed immediately, and if I'm him, I just switch to something to do damage out there, but they were still enamored with trying to focus on the combo rather than rotating back. Shiny will come out, hit the Earth Shatter, only knocks down 1, and he will get a Pulse Bomb for good measure.
Special delivery courtesy of Dante. He can start up his own delivery service with how consistent he has been. Certainly better than my average experience with UPS, as YIKES continues to push this forward.
You've seen my boxes that come from UPS. They could flip this fight, but again, you gotta deal with Ginger.
Barrage coming in from Pizza, gets his man Mikado despite the sound barrier. 6v5 open. He's gonna follow the hydration, and now we look at Miso. Can he graviton to pull this back? And he might not even need to, but he will after the resurrection. The grav comes in, pulls in just one. It's not quite as much as he would have expected, and YIKES can still win this fight, especially after that.
Stall out from hydration does end up getting cleaned up from the skies there, and now the kill feed all turning red. There's not a whole lot of hope left for this defense. Waffle's able to take out the damage dealer of the combo, and now they've got a little bit of stall out. The spawns are so much closer that they can just pick up a couple kills here.
Pulse spot coming in from Dante, looking for a little bit more, and we are in full stall mode here from CLG. They're looking for the miracle. They have the Blizzard out to buy some time, but will it be enough? Any kill the defense gets here, way more valuable than any kill the offense gets, and they're buying time for respawns to come in, but here comes a nano boosted Tracer. Waffle moving right in and gets hacked.
Someone go kill Ginger, please. He's just pitching a tent up top on this chandelier, and he's gonna have resurrection. Oh my god, he's been there the whole time. He might as well unplug his keyboard.
You know what? Mercies have stealth mode up here on the chandelier. I don't know what you want to give him, Hex. And he still has the resurrection up as YIKES reinforces 1.29 meters away, just taking down every last bit of solid. Ginger Pop's never moving. It's actually never happening. Not that the defense really can get up here with so many people in their face. And finally, they finish out with 55 seconds remaining. But it is worth knowing that is hydration with him, but this could go either very good or very, very badly if they don't get an early pick-off with what they're running here. And they just go straight to the point. They're going to make YIKES come back into them here. And it is pretty meaty here in the point as both teams trade off.
I think it's smart to be running an Ana here too. Shake was actually the only one who saw the Mercy on top of the chandelier and was doing any sort of damage to it. So Shake on the Ana can actually throughput some of this damage, and it does help against the combo too. You've got that other kind of hit scan option with the scoped in Ana to be able to help out any sort of chip damage that already goes in, and the offense actually looking pretty good. Although Pizza and Dante trying to bring him back, and there is Ginger Pop. Johnny on the spot.
Resurrection coming in, and that will give YIKES the breathing room they need to push this back.
We're going to start it off with Soundbears.
Miso going in, holding onto the grab while Diva is still in the process, and Pizza knocked out. Diva demeched, and now is it Graviton time? No, it's not. They get 3 kills early on. They get to save it from that engagement. Really good on Waffle to isolate Pizza early on, and CLG should be able to convert this into a first point take.
They need to kill everyone so that there's no stall, so that Ginger can't come out and just bring everyone back to life. They are able to absolutely clean up the point there. See whether it's really biting them every single time. Miso has grab up. It's their last fight. They initiate with Sound Barrier.
Sound Barriers in, Waffle-tastic, barely alive, and no, he ends up falling before he gets stopped off. 5v6 now for CLG, surrounded on all sides. It's a good dive here from YIKES, and almost no way of bringing this back, as YIKES will choke out CLG here and take Eichenwald for a swift 3-0 victory here in the upper bracket final of the Overwatch Monthly Melee.
How did it? Alright, so this is gonna sound like things you hear in, like, what, silver level? Can someone please kill the Mercy? Can someone kill the Mercy?
I mean, one, you gotta give a lot of props to Ginger Pop.